Right, so the audio is messed up on the video, so I'm going to run the video at 2x or 3x, depending on which one looks a little better, and then I'm just going to comment over the video. I do hope you still enjoy the video and the gameplay. Please let me know if you have any suggestions, either for the video itself or the gameplay, and let me know if you enjoy this type of video where it's sped up for you, and then I'm just talking over it. If you like that more, let me know, and I might be able to do some more stuff like that in the future. Or if you like the traditional gameplay, let me know that too. That'd be great. Thanks. Okay, so the deck is named Enchanted Doom. So we run a bunch of enchantments. We run Citizen Champion, Archon of Sun's Grace, and then, Wolf Willow Haven for ramp, Vanishing Light, Control, Prison Realm, Elspeth's Nightmare, uh, Athreos, really important, and Ethereal Absolution, also really important. And I love Ethereal Absolution. I just have made a bunch of decks that Ethereal Absolution did not work as well as I wanted it to. Okay, so we see Gift of Paradise and a decent mix of land. Gift of Paradise will give us the black if we don't find it. We're going to enchant Wolf Willow Haven onto the forest. And at a glance, it looks like, yep, it is a mutate deck. So now I'm going to debate on Citizen Champion or Prison Realm or Gift of Paradise. Um, I do land on Gift of Paradise because if I draw a land, I can Citizen Champion and Prison Realm the following turn. Okay, an opponent is getting some ramp in, and they're going to attack and draw a card. So now the argument could be made here for when I hit, waiting until I hit 6 mana, casting Athreos, putting that counter on that mutate creature, and then taking that creature when. So, and I did this just to get a look at his hand instead of doing Athreos right then. And then he is going to get back all his creatures. He's going to destroy the prison realm. He doesn't care about me looking in his hand. He probably runs all creatures. Attacked with the 4/4 Death Touch Vigilance. And the game is pretty sealed up at this point. I need a lot of cards that I'm probably not going to find. So I figure Absolution at least gets me a start, lets me take a little less damage right now, lets me put a counter on the champion so that hopefully he's only attacking with the Questing Beast. And then Elspeth Conquers Death can get rid of the Sterix when he brings it out. And he's trying to figure out where to Sterix. The obvious choice is Questing Beast, because then he also gets to destroy my Ethereal Absolution. Because he doesn't really care about his graveyard, which is going to be exiled next turn with Elspeth's Nightmare. So he did find another Sterix. So at this point, it's pretty well sealed in. Even if I Elspeth Conquers Death, that Sterix. And he only attacks with the Sterix, which is a good call. Um, an argument could have been made for attacking with the 3 that were able to attack. And I just casted Elspeth Conquers Death just to see what I draw. Okay, next game. That is a keepable hand. Got a good mix of land. Got the Wolf Willow Haven. Can Archon on turn 3. And then Conquer Death on turn 4. If that's the thinking right now. And I did it wrong and should have played the Forest, the Wolf Willow Haven, and then been able to Archon turn 3. So, but since it is against cycling, it is good to get rid of their creatures because they're just looking to get in some cheeky damage up front. So he figures now, since he's going to have to discard the Zenith Flare, he might as well go wide with creatures. But the Archon of Sun's Grace is also going to let us go wide, so he just scoops it up. Okay, next game. Got Banishing Light, a little bit of control, Wolf Willow Haven. Unfortunately, we do have all shock land right here. So just going to go ahead and enchant Wolf Willow Haven now, so that I can get Archon on turn 3, but again, I'm going to have to shock for it. And the next turn, I can cast Banishing Light. There's a chance that Alseed protects whatever I try to banish. He does let it go. So, and I figure there's no point in not attacking and getting up a little health, because if he's got another dead weight or another negative negative, yeah. So I'm going to shock this in and play Athreos. Then Archon dies anyway without getting any use except for that 1/2/2. So I first put the coin counter on Archon, on my Archon, so that if he does have another dead weight, it just comes right back. Or Shatter. I wasn't expecting a Shatter. These decks don't typically want to destroy all their own creatures. And then I can play this tapped, not Banishing Light, just attack for 3, gain a little health back, put the coin counter back on my Archon. And then next turn I'll get to put a coin counter on whatever he plays. But it is at my end step. So my plan is to put the coin counter on now, and then Banishing Light next turn, and then it'll come back under my control. He does put the ghost form on Loris. So now when I try to Banishing Light the Eidolon, he does sack Alseed to protect it. But at this point we do have quite a bit of flyers. And that does allow us to conquer death on Loris. So, and we know he's going to bring the Kai's ghost form back next turn, but he's kind of so far behind at this point that he really can't come back. Even another board wipe won't do it, because we're going to get 2 of our creatures back, and one of them was an enchantment. Yeah, that's a keepable hand. We got a good mix of land. We got the Citizen Champion and Prison Realm. So I do have a difficult decision on turn 3. Do I play the Champion, go for the card draw, or just get rid of the Empyrean Eagle? So I choose to get rid of the Eagle. And I know I'm going to need more land coming. So I do shock for the Archon, just to give me some lifelink. And if he wants, he's got a free 4 attack here. He does want. Okay, and then I can conquer death the Empyrean Eagle again. And now his 4/4 is a 2/2. And he is going to go ahead and swing. I block with my token. I play Ethereal Absolution, destroy his board, and he scoops. Okay, here we've got a good mix of land, got Gift of Paradise, got the Archon. So we've got threats, we've got control. Got a little bit of everything here. So yeah, they were only holding up mana for Growth Spiral, which we knew. This opponent is running counters and Wilderness Reclamation. So an argument could be made for... Oh no, Prison Realm isn't the one that can exile a permanent. Prison Realm is creature or planeswalker. So in there I did make a mistake, because I should have played the Godless Shrine tapped. Because I didn't know at the time I was going to... if I was going to Archon. Okay, and he's trying to look for a counter because he doesn't want me to be in his hand. But he doesn't find one. I thought I casted Archon there, but I was wrong. Maybe I... Yeah, I don't remember why I didn't cast Archon. Maybe just Elspeth's Nightmare was better for me to get countered. So here he makes. No, he doesn't make the mistake here. He makes the mistake next turn, and he lets one of the wilderness reclamations resolve before he. Yeah, I don't know why he tapped all his mana all 3 times for one growth spiral. I think he does one other thing. It's just not great. Yeah, Shark Typhoon. So now I have the mana to shock this in. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of the dispute. I'm going to shock this in, play the Archon, Prison Realm his 8/8, just so I can get a token, and then keep another Prison Realm because we know Shark Typhoon is coming. So we're going to exile Graveyard, which it didn't make sense for him to Shark Typhoon in response because all that did is let me exile his Shark Typhoon. He could have waited literally one more second and let the graveyard exile, then cycle Shark Typhoon, so that if he does have a way to get things back from the graveyard, he could have grabbed it again. This is a little bit slow for a hand. Nothing to do until turn 3, but that's been pretty typical. And I didn't realize that tonic prevents me from casting Gift of Paradise onto my land. And Wolf Willow Haven. So now I've got a turn 4 play, and then nothing until turn 6. So he's going pretty heavy life gain here. And I do need to get rid of that tonic because I need to be able to cast enchantments onto my land. So, and right here is where I figure out that I can't cast Wolf Willow Haven or Gift of Paradise because of tonic. So I Elspeth's Nightmare, try to kill the tonic. Tomic, I don't really know how to say it. And then I think he gives it, yeah, he gives it protection from black. And then does not block, doesn't care about Ajani, baby Ajani, or Planeswalker Ajani going to 1. But next turn, unless he casts another flyer, Ajani is going to die. Because I need him to not have 2 Pride Mates. But then so yeah, he ran a little bit of control. And then here I target my Archon because I don't care about his Giant Killer and I don't care about Tomic, and he scoops. And that's why any deck that relies on a Johnny's Pride Mate getting big and not being blocked, and it's just not right for the meta. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed this style. It was kind of fun for me to record this way. Sorry. It was kind of fun for me to record this way, just watching the video back and commenting over the top. So if you enjoyed this, definitely let me know. If you don't enjoy this and would like, the video to go back to how the normal videos are, let me know that too. Any input would be great. And have a good day. And that's an order.